full disclosure, I probably will be appearing on an episode.
Wait, what? Wait, wait, what?
Yes.
Wait,
So he had to watch
yeah, exactly.
No, because we went boxing with Shumper and Tiana back in September, October before the season started, back in New York. And they filmed scenes for the show when we were doing this boxing class with him.
How does he just now say this?
I don't know.
You just now bring this up to us?
I thought I mentioned this last season.
You gonna be a reality TV star?
No, I'm in the.
He gonna have booking info on his bio?
I'm throwing hands in the background.
Oh man.
Then you killed the show. That's the fun.
Yo.
I hope they cut his ass out.
If he on the show, he gonna have club appearances.
Yeah.
He gonna be selling tummy tea. We be like, Cap is losing his mind.
I got to go to work at it that day.
Yo,
Tummy tea.
he gonna be selling them strapless bras. Yo, Cap.
He gonna be an IG thought.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Pierce Simpson. Thank you for joining us once again for another episode. On today's show, we're going to talk about whether or not the Giants should trade Odell Beckham Jr. And your boy Markelle Fultz made his way back to the Philadelphia 76ers lineup. But before we get started, I'm joined here by IG model extraordinaire, Mr. Adam Caparell. Cap, how you feeling, man?
I'm shining today.
Next to Adam Caparell is three-time NBA All-Star, three-time All-NBA member. I'm, vouching for your Hall of Fame candidacy in the back room. You rolling your eyes. Mr. Gilbert Arenas. Gil, how you feeling, man?
I'm good. How you doing? I got me a little sweater at the mall.
Okay, you
know, I finally spent a little bit of my check.
Hey.
Got a little sweater.
We call that pink or salmon.
Pinkish salmon.
Pink, okay.
It's a new one.
Right. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at
We
that.
see you got on a normal plain black hat.
Okay, let's keep going over this, okay? You don't like the black hat.
No, I've
just
never
upset that
seen
it's-
plain hats before. Where do you find a plain hat at the gas station?
You ain't seen a guy like me.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I'm out here shining. Even
Gas
though-
station.
Let him do his Texas thing.
Hey, thank you, Cap. Thank you. But you can't find hats at the gas station, surprisingly. So that's a good one.
Okay.
Fellas, big news in the NFL because it seems like a certain superstar is on the trade block. New York Giants superstar wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. has been in the news throughout the offseason for a variety of different things, whether it was the alleged cocaine use overseas or his injury or contract extensions. But Giants owner John Mara expressed the frustration of Odell Beckham Jr.'s actions recently and said, I guess my response to that is I'm tired of answering questions about Odell's behavior. He knows what's expected of him, and now it's up to him. According to reports, the Giants are looking for a first-round pick and more for Odell Beckham Jr.'s services. There's been a lot of chatter of trade talks. They haven't denied or confirmed. It's just out there. They recently traded Jason Pierre-Paul to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for mid-round picks. Odell Beckham Jr. is looking to be one of the highest-paid players in NFL history. He's hoping for a low $20 million per year, which would make him higher than Antonio Brown annual salary at the wide receiver position. Another player that recently inked the deal is Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, $82 million, 55 and a half guaranteed. If Odell clips that, obviously, he'll be a very wealthy man. What do we make about Odell Beckham Jr. and these trade rumors with the New York Giants?
Who's been telling you for a couple seasons now?
You have been telling us for you have been
the underpinnings and the noise from the front office and also from the fan base is that they're sick of Odell Beckham's bullshit.
But why do you give up on a 25-year-old wide receiver who's put up numbers comparable to Randy Moss in his first few years in the league?
Because he creates a headache for them, and aren't NFL teams all anti-distractions? And all Odell Beckham does is create distractions.
Isn't this the same?
I'm not saying that his talent is superior, and he's in my opinion the second best wide receiver in the league. I'll still give Antonio Brown that, and maybe even Julio Jones, but whatever. He's a top 5 wide receiver, bar none. But I mean, if you can get a haul for him, why wouldn't the Giants do that right now?
What type of haul are you looking for his service?
Get a 1 and maybe another 2 and maybe something else thrown in there.
So you get a 1 and another 2 to try and replace a
Not
player.
in the same draft, but I'm saying you're not going to replace him. But if the Giants have a new regime with a new GM and a new head coach, and they want to set the tone with the new administration, and also again, I've told you the Giants ownership.
We don't want talent anymore. We don't want talent. That's the tone. We don't want talent. Like, come on.
Yeah, but
He is the best receiver in the NBA.
He's
in the
not.
NFL.
He's not though. But that's okay.
He's not.
At his age.
25.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's the most athletic.
I don't even know he's the most athletic. I think he's the best. If you
Like
want
the best.
if
So
you
you're
want an
gonna-
athlete,
like I don't
Julio
even know why
Jones
they're
is
even.
one, right?
I don't even know why they're even entertaining this shit. Like, listen, pay him.
Pay the man.
Okay, he is the best thing moving right now. Pay him. Don't even fuck around.
He has an injury history, number 1. And
Don't
number
even
2,
fuck
the amount of distractions. He also talks about not wanting to play until he gets a new contract. So does that mean he's not showing up to training camp? Does that mean he's actually going to miss games this season?
I'll give you the exact quote.
That's what I'm saying. Pay the man his money and just stop all this foolery. Like why? Like, I hate when, like, there's some players you can try to negotiate with. There's some players you can't.
That's a guy you can't.
You can't. We're not trying to trade you. Here's your money.
The Giants still have the leverage over him for the next 2 or 3 years because of the franchise tax.
That's fine. Pay that man. But Odell reportedly vowed on Monday that he would not set foot on the field without a new contract extension. He's on the books for $8.5 million this year. I believe they picked up his 5th-year option, so that's why his number's a little higher, being a first-round pick.
He's also getting $5 million a year from Nike.
Again, don't even fuck around with the guy.
Don't.
Just give him his money. Like, what are you gonna do? Fuck around with him all year? Now you create this big distraction. The big distraction, you create this wedge from him and his teammates, him and the franchise, him and the fans, and then you sign him back. That's dumb. Just make it all glitz and glory, put a little bow on it. Here's your $20 million a year.
But speaking of glitz and glory, there is a city that could particularly work well for Odell Beckham Jr. And there's been reports that the Los Angeles Rams are interested in trading for the services of Odell Beckham Jr. They lost arguably the number 1 wide receiver this offseason to the Kansas City Chiefs. Sammy Watkins signed for $16 million per year. They have the 23rd pick in the draft this year. If the Giants are looking for a 1, maybe they can send that to the Giants for Odell Beckham Jr. No? You're not feeling that one?
You have to be a complete idiot.
I agree. Listen,
Idiot.
I don't think you should trade Odell Beckham Jr.
I mean, talent-wise, there's no reason you should trade him. But again, for all the nonsense that he's caused for the Giants on the away from the game, and also some of the antics that he's done on the field.
But what does that mean?
You know exactly what it means.
What does that mean? Like, I don't ever understand
NFL
that.
teams hate distractions. And
Distractions
Odell brings
how?
distractions up all the
legal
time.
distractions, or because you're the most popular thing moving.
Exactly.
People want to try to catch you fucking up distractions.
That's that.
You can't help that.
You
can't help that. You can't tell this guy, don't live your life, live in a bubble. Like, he's Odell Beckham. Of course, everyone's going to try to get him fucking up in the club. I mean, I seen a report of a dude with the same kind of hair getting knocked out.
And it wasn't even him.
It wasn't even him. But I'm just saying that's the kind of attention he brings.
Yes. There's a target on his back wherever
There's a target, like, he can't, and that's just who
I'll
he is.
also make this case for Odell. Maybe he really should leave New York and be the one to kind of, expedite the process to get out of there, because with Eli on his last legs, maybe a year or 2 left, and the Giants don't draft a QB, what's there for him in New York going forward?
But here's the thing. If you're the Giants, right, Eli Manning's thrown over 60 touchdowns with Odell Beckham Jr. in the lineup. Without Odell Beckham Jr. in the lineup, he's thrown 14 touchdowns and 14 interceptions.
The numbers,
I think he needs Odell Beckham
the numbers
Jr.
are drastic. And
of course, they both need each other. So,
I think that.
Odell
Odell
you get a
can
quarterback. They both need each other. Yes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
They do, yeah.
A quarterback needs a receiver needs a quarterback.
Again.
Get a man his money, man.
I told you
Pay the man his
that
money.
his stuff, was going to cause the Giants to maybe do this.
You were in on it
and
early.
The rumblings about this, yes.
But we already knew what was going to happen. We knew he wants the money, and he's going to sit out, and he probably will. Someone's going to pay him.
He should get paid,
Okay.
yes, but he's not the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Oh, if
The person who's in front of him is 4 years older, then he's the best.
Antonio Brown stays on the field.
And
One is 29. One is 25. I will go with the 25-year-old.
Who has a larger injury history.
I got 4 years to catch up to this, and I'm this close.
What injury
at
history
25?
does Odell-
Who was better at
ankle?
25?
Hamstring, others.
Who was better at 25?
Odell.
Okay.
Odell's historic. The numbers.
Okay. Who's better at 25?
But,
That's
stay
who's
in the
better.
field. Also,
Pay the man his money.
What was that?
Get a man his money.
no distraction.
I've been
from
watching
Antonio.
Flash.
Okay,
Nah, I'm sorry.
I think he just wants the Giants to be like the Jets.
No.
I think that's what it is.
That'd be nice because
Hey,
Giants fans annoy the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it's like the Giants don't want distractions. It's the same team that had Lawrence Taylor for years. Like, come on. Keeping things in line with the NFL, newly acquired defensive end of the Philadelphia Eagles, Michael Bennett, turned himself in to Houston police yesterday as he's been indicted as far as injuring an elderly person during Super Bowl 51 down in Houston. He appeared in Houston court, $10,000 bail. Judge Robert Johnson rejected the request that he be released without bail, that no handcuffs be used in the courtroom. Bennett will be allowed to travel between his home in Hawaii and the Houston area for court appearances. Prosecutors and police are accusing Bennett of injuring 66-year-old paraplegic woman who was working security at NRG Stadium in Houston for Super Bowl 51 on February 5th, 2017. Mind you, Super Bowl 52 just passed, so this is not this recent Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl prior when the New England Patriots came back to defeat the Atlanta Falcons. They claimed that after she told him to use a different interest to access the field after the game, Bennett, who was there rooting for his brother Martellus, pushed her out the way, according to Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo. The woman suffered a sprained shoulder. So the Houston police has no photo or video evidence of the alleged felony. What is this? If you have no video proof, no photo proof, and also
if you don't have no proof,
this happened well over a year ago.
That's what I say. If you don't have no proof, her and her lawyers, they don't have a leg to stand on. Let's just be honest. They don't. They don't.
You went there.
This
He
is
did.
just,
You went-
this
he
is
went
just
there.
straight fuckery.
He went there.
This is just straight fuckery. Let's be honest.
Here's where we're building.
I went there.
You went there.
This is where we're building
Shocking.
amazing chemistry because you and I both knew what he was.
Wait.
We both knew what he was getting right away.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Like, come on. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It sounds highly suspect.
Yeah. My question is,
66-year-old. We're just gonna say it.
I just don't understand why she's working security at just 66 in general. Like, why are you working security?
I mean,
at
but
the Super Bowl?
you've been to an arena. You see that there are elderly people working security and not maybe high-profile areas. But yes, for a big event like that, you would imagine that someone of that age would probably not be put in a situation where you have to herd large individuals or prevent them from going places.
And also too, if there's no video or photo evidence
Yeah.
at a place like the Super Bowl,
You would think there'd be a million cameras.
a
in
million
the
cameras. There would
yeah.
be something to
This
capture
is a fake story, man. This is fake to ruin the man's name.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So Michael Bennett has been known to be very vocal about social injustices going throughout the United States and the world in general. He's been vocal on so many different things. He had the incident in Las Vegas after a premier fight where he was wrongfully detained by Las Vegas police. That became a big story. Do you think this is intentional on the
I'm
part
sure you're
thing?
trying to, to smear his name if you can. Hey, was Darryl Green at that Super Bowl?
Darryl Green.
Uh-huh.
Darryl
The
Green.
guy who brings out the trophy.
Oh, I think Darryl Green was at that Super Bowl.
It could have been him. It could have been him. He's known
How
for
does he
pushing
know-
motherfuckers.
How does he know this?
He pushed Kevin Hart, and we seen that one. He pushed Kevin Hart out, so he might have been the one that pushed
Yeah,
the
but you know what? That
66-year-old lady.
66-year-old bodyguard or security guard probably could have pushed Kevin Hart out of the way.
Yeah.
True, but he's known for
Your
pushing.
daughter can push Kevin Hart.
He's known for pushing people. It could have been him and not the Bennett guy.
So you say all black people look alike?
All black people look alike.
Oh, Lord.
In a dark alley under the stadium.
Gil, whenever you're an athlete in this position and you're dealing with potentially erroneous reports that lead to you being indicted and arrested, can social media be a good tool to prove your innocence and say, hey, I didn't do this, this did not happen?
No.
No, why not?
Because at the end of the day, the more you fight your case, the more guilty you look. And that's just how the public perceives everything. Once where they think credible source, which is a newspaper, which is another human being, writes a story.
You know how you feel about sources.
Writes a story, no matter what the story is, everyone believes it. And before any facts come out, you can say, oh yeah, this person has a two-headed pit bull. Before any picture comes out, everyone believed the story. And that's just how, that's how media is right now. Like, they can just bash your name in, and then before anything happens, you found innocent. They're not going to retract nothing. They have some little blimp. Oh, yeah, we're sorry. He's found innocent. Boom, boom. Wait, no. What about the 98 motherfucking slanders y'all did?
Yeah, keep that same energy.
Yeah, keep the same.
For added context on this story, to avoid trial completely, Michael could agree to a plea deal, which will likely involve a fine and community service. Both the Philadelphia Eagles and Seattle Seahawks did not know of this potential indictment by the Houston Police Department and this incident in general from Super Bowl 51. The NFL is very, like you said, they know everything that's going on. They've hired private investigators to trail draftees, draft picks. So to not know about this situation seems weird to me.
They have former FBI agents lining their security details.
Exactly.
It's like you have high-level guys that worked in every bureau of the government, part of their security team. So this is shocking that that more of this hasn't come out and taken them this long. And also it's crazy that the prosecutor is putting out a plea deal for Michael Bennett. So, it's still a misdemeanor.
Like you're trying to,
yeah.
I'm still trying. I'm not even trying to be an asshole here, but I'm still trying to figure out and comprehend a paraplegic security guard. I mean, was she like mall cop?
I have no idea. I
She
don't.
had a little motor.
I don't know.
I have no clue. I have.
I'm not trying to be asked, but there's just so many questions.
I mean,
I
listen,
gotta ask.
I mean,
you have little.
You make a fair point because it's just
Out of all people,
it's just
you get the one.
Yeah,
that
I don't.
You get the one that everyone would be like, oh my God, really?
Yeah, I mean, you should obviously ideally respect these people, but you don't want to have someone of a frail nature in a in a holding back capacity.
what did he describe?
What did she hurt? Her
nature?
shoulder?
Sprained shoulder.
Yeah.
Nope. Go to the next one. I see it in his eyes. He's going to go to the next one. We want to stay on air. We want to stay on air.
All right, keep it locked.
It was like a pit bull that was like, I can see it. I can see it, bro.
I mean, only because
Keep going.
Only because the story is so melodious that I can I don't want to attack. But
All right, so then we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving.
Michael Bennett, you okay, dude? Don't even worry about it.
Friend of the show, Bennett Brothers.
The Bennett brothers, welcome any time on the show.
Yeah.
All right, keeping it locked with the NFL. An ex-Saints cheerleader has filed a discrimination complaint against the team. In shock, we're finding out that the team had different standards for the players compared to the cheerleaders. So a former Saints cheerleader by the name of Bailey Davis has filed a complaint against the team, saying that they fired her because of discriminatory social media practices in her fraternization, not following the fraternization policy that the team had in place for the cheerleaders, and the fact that they have a restrictive policy for those employees. One offense was she posted a picture of her on her private Instagram account showing her in a Halloween costume similar to a one-piece swimsuit, which Saints claim kind of violated one of their terms of employment, which is that you can't wear revelatory clothes and swimsuits and stuff like that, again, on her private Instagram. Some of the other things cheerleaders can be terminated for, according to the Saints, that the New York Times found out through emails: exchanging numbers with anyone from the Saints or the NBA's New Orleans Pelicans or any other NFL or NBA player, messaging them on social media. Davis and her attorney also claim that the policy is so strict that if a player enters a restaurant, she has to get up from the table and leave.
No,
that's crazy.
No, okay, they don't get fired for that one.
That's what
I know
right
that's
here.
part of the contract, but they're not going to get fired because they didn't leave a restaurant.
That's
I
in
know,
their
but I'm
employment
just
contract.
These rules are very sexist and very disturbing.
Whoa.
They are, bro.
Yeah, because the players,
this is
there's no
incredibly
rules on the players and their Instagram accounts or their social media accounts.
There's
or
no
or they
rule
can go
against
up
a
to the
player who.
Read the appearing in the same VIP section in the club or the same dinner table. What? As many times as Allen Iverson goes to Cheddar's, I can't go to Cheddar's.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't go to Applebee's
That's what
when
I'm saying.
Allen
They don't
Iverson
get-
at Applebee's.
Excuse me, it's TGI Fridays.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get fired for that one. That one's like the main one is do not fractionize with the
Yeah, I've
players.
heard
Do
that.
not give your number. Do not
I've heard that, but I mean, listen,
indulge.
don't block your blessing.
Players are not.
What's so funny is you get paid $100, $200 a game. Trust me.
Listen.
Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
If I was a
But
male
why-
cheerleader, if I was a male cheerleader and there was attractive basketball players I was rooting, yeah, I'd be shooting my shot.
But why are the football players allowed to fraternize with the girls and talk to them? And if the girls
We're
initiate
the
contact on their end,
stars. The
oh,
stars.
so there's a double standard.
It's not double standard. One, I make $20 million. I can talk to who the fuck I want to talk to. That's just point blank. Like, you can't even tell me I can't talk to a chick. That's not in my contract. That's in their contract, not mine. So if she don't want to holler at me, I'm gonna holler at her and shoot my shot any motherfucking way. And she gonna have to make a pimp decision. Either take that $100 and $200 from them, or take these couple G's from me.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I was just mentioning, if I was a male cheerleader and there was attractive female basketball players, and they said don't fraternize, I'm shooting my shot any chance I can get. Why?
That's what I'm saying. Like then that's my thing. Come on, you make $75. All right.
I don't know about
you
that.
make $75. You need your rent paid, right? Come on, honey. Come on. I won't tell nobody. I won't tell nobody.
But like I was saying though, again, these rules are very, very sexist and just demeaning, and it makes no sense.
No, it's a distraction. You don't want. Okay, you got to remember. They look at
Oh,
it
we're
like
talking about
this.
distractions again?
No. You got to look at it.
distraction.
You got to look at it like this. You don't want your cheerleaders that players see on the court distracting the players.
What about all the
And that's how they look
what
at
about
it.
all
You
the
guys are distracted anyway.
I know, but that's how they look at it. They don't want
Magic
someone that-
Johnson used to pick out girls in the crowd during games in
A-Rod
the
was
80s.
fine
So what I'm saying,
baseballs, and
A-Rod, yeah.
girls, but not employees. It's just like in office sex. They don't want it, and that's how.
So you think there should be a separation of church and state?
Come here.
There should be a separation of the players from the cheerleaders. You guys should not fraternize, and you guys shouldn't get together.
No,
The
that is-
distractions that could create.
That's what
the Saints say.
That's
You don't
it's
agree.
already.
Why did you answer that question like Denzel in Flight? Say,
Like as a player, you're not gonna tell me what to do. That's what you're not gonna do. As a cheerleader who gets paid $100, $200, you can tell her whatever.
also, another issue I have is
I've had sex with a lot of cheerleaders.
I would not put that past you.
Shocker.
Yeah, I would not put that past you.
And I can tell you this.
Wait.
And
Let's unpack
as
this
a
for second.
franchise,
Yeah.
as a franchise guy, and you better not fire that one.
All right, let me put my Anderson Cooper hat on.
Put it on.
So you've had relations with a few cheerleaders in your day.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we talking on a professional level?
What?
Or in the NBA?
Yes.
A Wizards cheerleader or a Warriors cheerleader or another team that you're on?
Yes.
Okay, and what kind of policy do they have with?
They had the same policy.
They couldn't fraternize with you guys.
Yes.
So you
I didn't break no
to get them
rule.
fired by going after them.
Hey, listen. I'm the franchise guy, okay?
Okay.
If you fire the girl I'm fucking, we got problems up there. You wait till she is no longer part of my rotation, and then you do what you want with her.
I don't.
Point blank, that's how it works, okay?
I think we're done in this.
Yeah, I think we are done.
I'm pretty sure she made more than she's gonna make.
Oh man. Oh wow. This guy.
yeah.
Listen, I don't.
Come on.
Listen, like I said, the rules are very
on.
sexist, and also, if you have a private Instagram account and they're trying to
They're
get
creeping on you.
Yeah, they're creeping on you, and you post a Halloween costume in semi.
That wasn't even that
clothes.
revealing.
But isn't that what
your
you're wearing?
cheerleading outfit is more revealing?
That's
than
what
you
I was
guys.
saying. So
That's
it's
what I'm
like-
saying. It's usually not. If she's fired because she's messing with a player, then the player wanted her removed. I mean, it can work like that because I know a lot of cheerleaders who are still in organizations, like head jobs.
Of course.
Because a player got them pregnant.
Oh wow.
But that player was a stud, so
That took a turn.
we can't fire her. Just here, we'll make you a lifetime employee.
And that happened on numerous occasions.
Yeah, few lifetimers.
If I'm not mistaken,
ex cheerleaders are lifetimers employees because a player knocked them up.
if I'm not mistaken, former Washington Redskins tight end Chris Cooley married a Washington Redskins cheerleader. So
I mean, it happens plenty of
Yeah,
times.
that's not saying it happens.
But we haven't seen a list of rules for cheerleaders.
Oh, you
right.
for real? You
And
never knew that?
she ultimately left.
like
the job,
this
though.
this definitive of where it's like you can't do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like that restrictive.
We gotta have that list for you, which you can't say on the show.
Oh, there's a list.
No, obviously not.
We do have some standards here.
Some say.
We do have some standards.
Dude,
All right, moving
I
on.
should have been fired. Nah.
All right, moving on to the NBA. And yesterday on this program, we talked about how Markelle Fultz will probably sit out the rest of the season because what's the point? And lo and behold, who returned to the court last night but Mr. Markelle Fultz? So the rookie guard hit the floor for the first time since October 23rd last night in Philly's 123-104 win over the Nuggets. Sold-out crowd at Wells Fargo Center was chanting Markelle Fultz's name. And in 14 minutes of action, Fultz scored 10 points on 5 of 13 shooting from the field, had 8 assists, grabbed 4 boards, finished with a plus 16. So all in all, not a bad return to the court for Markelle Fultz. On check into the game, Fultz said, quote, "There was a little bit of excitement and a little bit of, I have to help the team. I don't want to let the team down. Once I stepped out there on the floor, it felt great to be back out there with my brothers."
Can I give a hot take? It might not even be a hot take.
The floor is yours.
After watching his highlights last night and seeing how he kind of maneuvers and getting a sneak peek of what this future Philadelphia 76ers team could look like, he's going to end up being their late shot clock, end of game closer.
Yes.
That's exactly what he's going to be. And that's going to make Philadelphia scary.
The Sixers got it right.
Yeah.
By picking Fultz.
Yeah. Yep.
Number one. Yes.
And what gives you the confidence to say that right now?
You have
He's
to-
been only his 5th game
Only
in the NBA.
those first 4 games is not. This was his very first game.
Yeah.
This was his very first game, and you have 2 super studs on your team, and you showed aggression, the ability to score,
Yep.
the ability to basket seek, while still getting everyone involved. I mean, you're a high level scorer. And that's what I seen last night. Even the shots he missed, I mean, he goes downhill.
Can we talk about the shot and how it looked? What do you think?
He can get it off.
Yeah, he can get off.
I mean, he has a little
all right, but
mid-range.
But hang on, can he get it off right now because the Nuggets had no idea that Fultz was going to be in the lineup, weren't prepared for him, and now the teams have seen that they can better defend.
At the end of the day, it's just ball.
You're going to get, like, he's not going to shoot a shot that he cannot shoot. So he didn't shoot a 3 yesterday. Like he
airballed his first attempt.
Yeah, it's because of a hitch on a spot shot. Yeah. But when you see him cross over, pull up, it's less of a hitch. Yeah. So he's more. I mean, that hitch is probably just on spot shooting, not in move.
I'm impressed by the amount of progression that he's made from when we saw the video. He had the hitch. He was at the block.
But as I said, we didn't see a lot of him moving and shooting. We always just seen it, coming from the spot. So
my next statement or question is going to anger a lot of people out there
in Los Angeles.
The trust the process nuts
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think Fultz's game last night was more impressive than any Alonzo game I've watched this season.
With Alonzo, like listen. I've just come to the understanding that he's a two guard. He's a two guard, and I think he's realizing now what he is. Okay.
What makes him a two guard?
Because he can't create. He can't create for his teammates. He can't create for himself.
But if he can't really shoot, are you saying?
But no, he can shoot. He can't create his shot. So he can't come down, pull up, and take a shot. He has to catch and shoot. So what he's realized, like, oh yeah, if everyone else creates for me, I can get my shot off at a high percentage. So that's what he's been doing the last 20 games, and that's why his threes has been going up, and that's why he's taking a lot of them, because he just sits around like old Derek Fisher and just wait for someone to give him the ball. Other than that, then that's when he just passes. It's not like he's coming down making amazing passes. That's really like, oh my God, he's a great assist guy. He just gets it, passes it. He just gives it to people.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him sometimes. He get a rebound, first yellow jersey, he throws it. It's a big man. Oh, get it back. And then like he makes 100 passes a game sometimes for 8-9 assists. I mean, his go-to pass is the full court one, which is, anybody. But I've never seen him do a pass where I say, oh, my God, that was an amazing play.
All right, but bringing it back to Fultz here.
So Fultz is a better pick. He's going to be a better pro by far.
Okay, so what does this mean for the Sixers going to the playoffs with having him in the fold now for the final 3 weeks of the season?
Yeah.
Who cares?
You don't care?
Yeah,
I mean, like, you got to count this as...
Does it make it more dangerous, though?
No, you got to count it as his first game. He still has to go through games. Like, this was one game. Like, even, was it Donovan Mitchell? His first game was, 10, 2-2, 19-2, 22-8. Like, he still has to go through a process where he needs to learn how to keep scoring, to be consistent. So to have this guy, and you're going to count on him in the playoffs, no.
So he's not. Doesn't add to the danger level of facing the Sixers in the first round if the Cavs hypothetically face the Sixers.
No, because it's still
he hasn't found his rhythm, and it's not going to take 9 games that the last 6 or 5 of them won't matter. Yeah. Where I'm pretty sure they're going to boost his time up to 38 to 40 minutes, where he can get that kind of time.
He's not playing again until Monday.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what I'm saying is,
he had played since October.
Remember, once they lock down, they're in 4th right now.
I got to double check the standings.
I think they're in 4th or 5th. Yeah. So once they lock down that seeding, they're gonna try to sit the other players and let him try to get everything out. But it's still, when the playoffs come, it's a whole different game that he ain't ready for. A lot of like Embiid is not going to be ready for.
They've never been there before.
Ben Simmons is not going to be for. So a guy who just coming in that might get 8 games under his belt and then thrown in the fire of hot fire.
Especially
I'm not expecting him to do much in the playoffs.
The most fascinating thing to me about his return last night was the postgame, when reporters were asking him about the injury and they got very specific, and Fultz pretty much just clammed up. Kind of an immature way of going about it, wiping his face, hiding. I know, but if you're a pro now, and the Philly PR team should have prepped him better than that. Like, it was a bad look.
He's a teenager.
He's a teenager.
You're a professional now.
That doesn't mean you're still 19. Because you're in a pro doesn't make you, I'm a 26, LeBron James, say the right words. No, I'm a fucking teenager. I'm going to giggle and hide and shit like that because that's all I know right now. Until I've learned throughout the years, year 4 or 5, how to do real interviews.
And also, and I guess to be on his side and his credit, Imagine the type of scrutiny that you've dealt with the entire season so far. The words being said, the things on social
Like, I mean,
media,
that's
and the
Yeah,
pressure.
but you know what? If you talk last night, you dead the issue.
That's very
Now
true.
this is going to keep going on and on and on
But
until
you're
he
not-
speaks. So you're making it worse and worse and
But
worse.
you don't even know if the team said do not answer any questions about that.
That's more than likely what they said.
That's on the team too. Again, for not prepping him properly.
You can't prep.
Whatever.
You
If someone
can't
asks you the question, say, "I don't want to talk about it now. Can we talk about it another time?"
But why do we give Russell Westbrook a pass and not call him immature?
And he's grown.
29 years old.
Yeah.
What's immature about Russell Westbrook though? He answers questions. He does. He answers them. Fultz didn't answer. He wiped his face with a towel 2 times.
So you'd rather be berated by a guy than somebody just look at you and not say,
I'd rather you give me an answer than be mute.
he didn't give you an answer.
Sometimes body language is all it takes, okay? Sometimes a stare down's enough.
Like that's what I said. He's young. He's gonna get let him go through his process.
But if you talk about it, you.
That's what we know. 19, you don't know that. He probably still eating pizza and peanut butter jelly
you
Goober
never-
sandwiches.
yeah, you
Like
never
at 19, making millions. Like
I bet you he has nothing in his pantry.
This is different.
Probably has no
Sounds like one of our
furniture.
producers.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like
Like
one
if
of
you
our
go
producers.
to if you go to a NBA player 19 to 20 years old making millions, you go to their house right now, you would say, this should look like a dorm room.
I don't.
Big ass house, no furniture in half the rooms,
Big TV,
big TV,
2K.
Lucky Charms.
but it looks like a fucking dorm because that's all they know. They don't get their taste into a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year. Let their mama come in there and get a girlfriend who
That's what I'm
really
saying. She's
like,
the girlfriend.
All right, to wrap this up, the PR squad for the Sixers could have done a much better job of hitting the situation, certainly prepping him. That's all.
Hey, you
You
ready?
made a bigger issue than what it should have been.
Before we move on,
he didn't know.
the show.
It's pressure, man.
That's all it is. He was nervous.
That's all.
Professional athlete, you perform. You perform on the court and
He did on the
in
court.
the press conference.
No, not in the press conference. You need
I'm
to-
gonna make him upset before we wrap up the show. Does this pave the way for LeBron to go to Philly?
LeBron's not going to Philly. LeBron going to Philly. That 66-year-old woman has a better chance.
That wraps
winning
up
her
the latest
case.
edition of Out of Bounds. For
leave the woman
Adam
alone?
Gabriel, Gilbert Arenas, I'm Pierce Simpson. We'll see you tomorrow. That's somebody trying to unload.
Oh, cheerleaders, man.
Who has the best cheerleaders?
Can we
in the
put
NBA?
like a bubble on here?
Laker girls?
Type of luge.
Laker girls are the worst.
Wow.
So who has the hottest cheerleaders?
Miami.
that makes sense, yeah.
Miami.
Cleveland. No, I'm kidding.
No, hit or take Atlanta.
Who has the most underrated set of cheerleaders?
Dallas.
Like, what city would you not expect them to have, upper echelon cheerleaders?
Probably Dallas. Because he.
really?
He was going after. There was certain. He was going after what?
What do you mean?
They said he was going after like strippers at one point.
Probably true.
No, because it was
Real problematic for that
Very
front office.
like that.
Yeah.
Like the most disappointing organization in cheerleaders is the Lakers organization.
Wow.